Hi there, Billy. How are you doing today? Well, that's good. What you got there? Oh, a bowl of cereal. Did you know your cereal is fortified with iron? Well, it is, Billy, it is. Iron is important in the human body as both a cofactor and an oxygen-carrying molecule due to its valency and its affinity to bind oxygen. Have you ever heard of hemoglobin? Well, iron's in that, Billy. Know anything about iron absorption? No? Well, let me explain. There are two types of iron. Heme iron, which is normally found in meats and is bound to a heme molecule, which we won't be talking about today, and non-heme iron, which is normally found in plants and vegetables and in that fortified cereal you're eating. Non-heme iron is actually bound to many other substances and must be separated. So, on its journey, it first passes into the stomach. Once it is in the stomach, it is broken down by acids and enzymes to separate it from the other compounds in your food. From here it travels on into the small... Are you following all of that, Billy? Good. Once in the small intestine, iron must be transported into the enterocytes, or the cells which line the small intestine. Iron is transported into the cell using the DMT1 transporter, which is an active transporting molecule. Once inside the cytosol of the enterocyte, iron is then able to bind to ferritin, an iron binding and storage molecule, will be transported out using ferroporin and be placed on transferrin, another iron binding molecule which transports iron throughout the bloodstream. So now you know, Billy, how iron is absorbed into the body. So, what else you got with your breakfast there today? Looks like you're drinking coffee. No, I'm alright, Billy. Did you know that coffee actually inhibits iron absorption? Well, Billy, coffee is extremely complex and contains many compounds, including a group of compounds known as polyphenols. In coffee, the two main groups are tannins and cholinergic acids. They both contain phenol rings with bound hydroxyl groups. These hydroxyl groups are what inhibits the absorption of iron. Let me explain. As non-heme iron is ingested into the body, it passes into the stomach and is broken down. From here, it moves into the small intestine. Once inside of the small intestine, polyphenols from coffee are able to bind to these iron molecules and actually form insoluble complexes. These insoluble complexes are not able to be transported into the enterocyte through the DMT1 transporter. So, that leaves a limited number of iron ions being able to be transported into the cytosol. From here, most of this iron becomes bound to ferritin and is not able to be transferred out into the bloodstream for transferrin. This means that all that iron that should be being absorbed from your cereal does not, since it is non-heme iron and forms these insoluble complexes. This is especially bad for people who live in countries that rely less on meat products and or populations at risk of iron deficiency. Don't worry, Billy, that one cup of coffee probably won't cause much problem. You know, as long as coffee is not consumed during or 30 minutes previous or after a meal, it actually has little effect on iron absorption, since the polyphenols must be in the lumen of the small intestine at the same time as the iron is. And as long as the iron is non-heme, it does not have any effect. Well, Billy, have a great day, and enjoy those nuts and bolts.